Alrighty, so today I will be going over the pre-reading quiz, which is for your before reading portion. So, what is a pre-reading quiz? It is just basically a brief set of questions, roughly 3 to 5 questions. What are the benefits of a pre-reading quiz? It helps kids activate their prior knowledge. It allows them to create potential relations from what they know to what they could possibly be thinking about the text that is about. It allows them to make predictions. So making predictions such as, um, well, I think that it's going to be about the Civil War and everything like that. And it allows them to engage in important issues, gets them into hot topics, allows them to discuss. And it allows their brain to enter into a text thinking mode. So basically what you do is you created a quick, engaging quiz or survey for your students. So why would we use it? It helps raise important questions and allows to create questions, especially for your students as they enter into the reading. Helps compare what students know or believe with what actually turns up in the text. So it allows them, like I said in the last slide, to create those relationships from what they know to the text. How does it do it? So a PRQ does this by simply involving the students in the ideas rather than having the educator ramble on. So it allows the students to kind of create their own path into the way they will learn it instead of one path set by the educator. And another term for a PRQ is a front loading. So what is front loading? Basically means that we are having the students be pushed into the text with their brains on. So we're front loading the information right away, allowing them to kind of get their feet wet with it, and then jumping right into the text. So why would we use it part 2? The reading now creates an ongoing conversation with the students. And what do I mean by ongoing conversation? Basically, the conversation starts from the pre-reading quiz, but allows them to have a conversation with themselves. Gets them thinking about, well, if I'm getting these Civil War questions, then maybe we're going to talk about the Civil War or Abraham Lincoln, items like that. And it guides the students to focus on the big ideas, gives them focal points. So let's say you have 3 questions on your quiz. It gives them 3 focal points that they can focus on while reading the text or the article that you give them. So how does it work? First, you have to create a few short question statements that are related to the text. And types of quizzes that you can use are true and false, yeses and nos, and agree and disagree. And then the effectiveness of the questions can then pose big issues and draw students' attention and create curiosity. Next, kids can go right into the reading after doing the pre-reading quiz. This is used for more of a get ready kind of activity. It warms your brain up. You're not looking for correct answers. Instead, you're trying to allow them to activate their prior knowledge, ideas, or beliefs. You allow them to kind of create their own pathway, like I stated earlier. And you want to try and send your students into the text with an agenda, looking for answers to questions that provoke them. You kind of want to give them an idea instead of sending them in blind and just having them read. Lastly, try and spend a little more time and deepen their critical thinking and engagement by having them do small discussions where they partner up or get into 3 groups, depending your class size, or large discussions where you have the whole class come together and you go over all the answers and allow them to discuss. And allow for the sharing of opinions. Always remember that everybody is entitled to their opinion. Now, if it does get out of hand, obviously we have to step in as educators. Now we're going to put it into action. So this will be a pre-reading quiz on kids are less fit than their parents. So what will the questions be? First question is, do you believe the youth of today are less fit than their parents? If so, then why do you believe your answer, and explain your answer. If you said yes, what do you think is the leading cause for the youth of today? If you said no, what was the leading cause for your parents back in the day? And lastly, what do you think the percentages of youth not getting enough activity? So now we're going to partner up our class into small groups. So group 1 will be Timmy, John, and Teresa. Group 2 will be Jessica, Jim, and Taylor. And the speakers for each group, group 1 will be Timmy, group 2 will be Jessica. So the first question, do you believe the youth of today are less fit than their parents? Group 1 states, no, we believe that the youth of today is more fit than their parents. Group 2 states, yes, we believe that the students of today are less fit than their parents. Then we're going to allow the two groups to discuss, especially with their own opinions and beliefs. Next question. So you typically gave, if you're allowing for discussion, you typically give about 2 to 3 minutes just to allow for that area of discussion. Next question. If so, then why do you believe your answer? And explain. So group 1 states, well, students are starting to do work at younger ages. And I run my own lawn mowing service. My dad didn't do any lawn mowing service when he grew up. Group 2 states, well, we know that our parents didn't have the transportation we have. So they had to do more to get around. And then you allow students to discuss. If you said yes, what do you think is the leading cause for the youth of today? If you said no, what is the leading cause back in the day for your parents? Group 1 states, students now are forced to go outside due to their parents forcing them outside. Group 2 states, back in the day, our parents had to actually fill their time, and that was by doing something outside. And then, what do you think the percentages of youth not getting enough activity? Group 1 states, we had multiple numbers, 52%, 79%, and 13%. Group 2 states we also had multiple numbers, 44%, 37%, and 80%. And then after that, we'll have our end discussion, and then I will provide them the link to the article where they can then follow the questions and refill out their answers. Thank you for taking your time to watch this video.